Hello students, in this video we are going to see about the introduction to 3D printing and CAD for additive manufacturing. So we should know the definition of the manufacturing. Manufacturing or production is simply defined as the creation or the production of goods with the help of the labor or the main machine and process. So main machine and process is the basic things which are used to create or produce a product. This is the process. The entire process is called manufacturing. So it is the essence of the secondary sector of the economy. So manufacturing can be classified into six broad categories. One is forming, casting, molding, joining, machining, and additive manufacturing. So the above process, forming, casting, molding, joining, machining are otherwise called as conventional manufacturing process. So additive manufacturing is the modern manufacturing process. So forming, so this is how the forming is done. You can see here. So the component which is sent in between the dies. So that is the simple process of the forming. So here according to the arrangement of dies and the process, it is named into different types. So under forming, the first process you can see here in the image is the rolling. So in rolling, the component is reduced diameter. You can see here the roller balls are placed up and down, and the component is sent in between the rollers. So this is how the diameter is reduced for the component. So this process is called rolling. And the second type is forging. So forging, you can see the dies in the top and the bottom side of the image, and in between you can see the brown color workpiece. So this brown color workpiece is how according to the force applied, the die forms the shape. The workpiece forms the shape of the die. So this is how the component is manufactured. So forging is applied, the forging process by application of the hydraulic force. You can see the workpiece is formed into the shape of the die. Next is the extrusion. This extrusion is another example of how the paste is squeezed out of the toothpaste is squeezed out of the cover. So this in this extrusion, the left hand side you can see the larger diameter, and in the right hand side you can see the reduced diameter. So in between the dies, the component is squeezed, right, and the force is applied on the left hand side. So the component is pushed. So this is how the extrusion process is carried out. The next process is drawing. So in drawing, the same process, the wire kind of metals are used and the diameter is reduced. So these are the different types of forming process. So these comes under the classification of conventional manufacturing. Next we are moving on to the today's topic, that is additive manufacturing. The additive manufacturing is otherwise called as 3D printing or layer by layer manufacturing. So it has three different names. So one is 3D printing, additive manufacturing, and layer by layer manufacturing. So here how they are manufacturing is they are creating an object in the three dimensions, namely X, Y, and Z dimension. So here they have built the object layer by layer. So this is a modern technology, and using this technology, the product can be manufactured without any removal of material. That is what the main concept of this manufacturing technique. So in this manufacturing, there are different processes. So, but moving into the different processes, before moving into the different processes, we should know about the what is the technique involved in this process. So all the process involves the layer by layer manufacturing. So it can be a powder based material, or it can be a solid based or liquid based material. Any kind of material can be processed. Now, this is a classification. As I told in the previous slide, you can see here solid based process, powder based process, and liquid based process. So each process has different types of processing technique. So in the solid based processing technique, you can see fused deposition modeling, electron beam free form fabrication, wire arc additive manufacturing. And in the powder based, we can see the selective laser sintering, selective laser melting, electron beam melting, and fused deposition modeling. And in the liquid based, there are two techniques, namely stereolithography and direct light processing. So these are the examples of the application of the additive manufacturing. You can see here the bone part is replaced by the additive manufactured part. So this is what the creativity in this technique. So you can use any kind of material, either it can be a metallic material or it can be a bio based material. What kind of material we are using, we can use according to the requirement. So this is one of the example of the mechanical component which is used in the pumps, that is a impeller. And you can see the prosthetics, a single component, that is a bicycle as a single component. So that's it about the presentation. Before closing today's session, you should know the difference between the conventional manufacturing and the additive manufacturing. The difference between the conventional manufacturing is in conventional manufacturing, the product is manufactured by removing the material. By removing the material, or it can be processed, as I told in the forming process. You can recall that point. But in additive manufacturing, it is entirely different. It is built layer by layer. So here the material wastage is reduced, and the processing time, everything is reduced. And also the main specialty is here, the main medical applications, the custom products can be made. Whereas in the conventional manufacturing, there is no such process or technique used for custom products. It might take it might take more time, and it might take more process involved in the uh, creation of the product. So here in additive manufacturing, only the CAD model is required, and the CAD model, the machine itself prints layer by layer. So this is what the specialty of this technique. That's it for today's class, and we will see the upcoming class about the CAD models.